Wicked with the Feminist Theory by Rebecca Patrick. What is Wicked? Wicked is a musical that tells us about the backgrounds of most of the characters from the classic beloved musical Wizard of Oz. But in particular, it focuses on the two witches and how they met, and how their paths were changed for good. In the beginning, they had the same goal, but then when morals and beliefs were put before them, what they thought was the truth isn't what they expected, and they found themselves following very different paths. Within this presentation, I'll be analysing Wicked through the feminist theory, and in particular looking at the song For Good. Teachings of Wicked. Within this musical, I had noticed a lot of deep societal issues that have been brought to the light, and one of which is feminism and women empowerment, which has taught the new generation that it is good to be different, to stick to your views, to stand up for your rights, and to stand up for what you believe is right and wrong. This is the song For Good, performed by Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel in the Broadway edition. So in this song, the feminist was more going through not just how they were standing, but since they were the only characters on stage at that point, it was also showing through the lyrics that they sang and through the engagement that they had with each other. So within this song, it was shown more through the lyrics, if anything, and what was being said. For example, the similes that they used to describe each other. There were 3 songs that I decided to look at that, for research purposes, that looks at more the feminist approach within Wicked, such as Defying Gravity, Loathing, which is the first duet that both Glinda and Elphaba had with each other, and For Good, which is the last duet that Glinda and Elphaba shared with each other. So within this, it tells us about how, women empowerment was actually shown. This scene was reminiscing about their actions, their memories, and how they met, and how their friendship had formed. The path that they had have both been on and reflects how each other built themselves up. In my opinion, the song For Good is about building up the characters in a light that the other character could see them, rather than in a light that every person could see them. The article. So the article I was looking at is actually by Stacey Wolf. It's a part from her book, which is Changed for Good, which is her response to Wicked the musical. So instead of talking about how it's friendship, she then goes on saying it could have been interpreted as an actual female relationship, like a more romantic relationship rather than a friendship. You could also interpret this through cultural integration, and since both of the characters were from two different backgrounds, because one of the characters was actually half human, whilst the other one is fully Ozian. Within the musical, feminism is shown throughout the musical, but towards the end it becomes more prominent about how women are treated differently, since with the character Elphaba is shown as a villain when she's really standing up for what she believes in and speaks out the truth about Oz and about the Ozian society. Since she is a minority, a woman who doesn't fit within the normality of the other women in Oz, the civilians views her as being evil due to the propaganda that Oz shares with the community, stating that she is behind all the evil arts and acts and mistakes of the community, and since every Ozian person blames her for their mistakes. In my opinion, this reflects the suffragette movement and can actually be interpreted as having a background relating to the suffragettes. And it could actually be about feminist propaganda as well. Other important themes that Wicked brings to the light. Wicked is filled with many important themes, both positive and negative. The themes of the musical that tie within the feminist theory are discrimination against women who don't fit the media ideology, social isolation, loss of a female parental figure whilst growing up without a female figure, growing up with high expectations, hate against society, hate against being stood up for their rights. To conclude, Wicked can be interpreted throughout different theories. It is a powerful musical with so many powerful teachings behind it. Discrimination shouldn't be allowed, but it happens when it should be stopped. Stand up for what you believe in. Allies are stronger together. Friends over love. Some friends do become distant and different and end up on different paths. There are many different issues that can be addressed within the musical, such as animal rights, discrimination against race, discrimination against gender, female empowerment, standing up for your beliefs, the importance of education, and lots of other important issues. To sum up everything that I have just said, both Glinda and Elphaba represent female empowerment, as Glinda becomes a female idol to everyone within us and achieves equal rights, whilst Elphaba achieves empowerment as she sets off on a mission for animal rights and therefore becomes an activist for animal rights. And this is my bibliography of my research. Thank you.